Hi, welcome back to the Reload Bench. So, you might have seen me wear this rig in some of my Every Second Matters videos, or if you've ran into me at a rally or something like that, you might have seen me wearing this when I open carry. This is military issue cartridge belt, holster, and magazine pouch that I wear when I open carry. Typically when I open carry, I open carry with a full-sized firearm, either my M9, a 1911, or my high power. They all fit this M12 holster just fine. The magazines for all the firearms fit fine in this 2-magazine pouch. This is the same setup that I wore in the Marine Corps back in the 90s when I was carrying a sidearm. Now, this isn't the very one that I had issued to me at different points when I was active duty. This is just set up the same way. This belt I bought at a surplus store. And when I was in, we had this style belt. And then we had this one. This one's a little bit older. This one's a canvas one, but it was the same style buckle as far as it having a brass or steel buckle that just hooked together like that. So that's what we had. I preferred these plastic ones because they unsnap fairly easy and they hold on pretty good. At a later point, the government went with this style here, and it simply connects through here. See if I can get it to lock into place. You have to, there we go. And you simply push down on both of those and it releases it. This is the belt that came with this holster and this magazine pouch with my M9 that I bought 20 years ago. This is the first time I've taken it out of the box in the 20 years I've had it. So, I decided to kind of go what some people might call old school, but it's something I'm familiar with, it's something I'm comfortable with, and although this might seem a bit big and bulky, I prefer open carry over concealed carry. I've concealed carried, and I have nothing against concealed carry, but I prefer open carry for what I do, for what I like, and I prefer this setup. Now, this is not the fastest setup as far as pulling your firearm. This flap holster here slows everything down. But I'm never going to win on a quick draw contest. I'm not fast on the draw. The flap does afford you protection for the firearm so it doesn't get damaged. And also when you're having a conversation with people about the fact that we have the legal right to open carry in this state without a permit or anything, it kind of sets them a little bit at ease, yet I still have access to my firearm if I need it. Now, this holster did come with a plastic insert to help it keep its form, and the flap here is removable. You can put it on either side, so if you're one of those, two people that are left-handed in this world, it can be set up for you. And like I said, I'm familiar with it, I'm comfortable with it, this is what I like. Well, this holster is 20 years old, and it's been stored mostly, but as I wear it more and more, I've also worn it while I've gone deer hunting. As I start to wear it more and more, I can start to see it's starting to get a little bit dirty and that sort of thing, which is fine. I didn't buy it just to stare at it. But I thought, wouldn't it be nice if I had another one? So what ended up happening was I was doing some shopping for some Italian military surplus to go with my M1 Garand. I like collecting milsurps, especially European milsurps. And my Garand has some Italian parts on it. Italy was given some Garands by America after World War II to equip their military, and then they went into production, making them for themselves and for some other NATO countries. So Italy's got a lot of experience with that, and I like collecting the accessories and parts and other things like that to go with it. So it's really kind of an interesting thing for me. So in looking for these M1 Garand parts, I came across some Italian surplus holsters, and what I ended up doing was finding two places that had them in stock, or I should say a holster and another item in stock, so that maybe I can make a rig like what I have, the American made or the American cartridge belt, the equivalent, I guess you could say, for the Italian Army. So let's go ahead and open this up. Alright, and which one had which? I'm going to guess this is probably going to be the holster based on the box. This one came from Coleman's Military Surplus in Millersburg, Pennsylvania. Oh no, this is not. All right. So this is an Italian cartridge belt. And you can see this design is similar to the newer US cartridge belt that I've got that I've never used. Except, yeah, a little bit, it's green instead of black, but it still releases probably the same. Let's see. Looks like you got to push all three. Let's see here. Yep, you've got to push all three to open. But this looks like it's new issue. New old stock, maybe. So, I've got that. And to go with it, here from United Defense out of New Oxford, Pennsylvania. Good stuff out of Pennsylvania. You know, it's more than just Yingling beer. See if I can cut this without cutting me. Here we go. This is an Italian M12 holster. So let's compare it to the American holster here. Let's go ahead and made in Italy. Let me get this open. All right, right off the get-go, it's for right-handers only. But it's got a tab that you can pull down. And it's got the same kind of, well, it's got a similar, I guess you could say, lanyard here at the bottom. It's probably for attaching a strap to your leg there. It's got Alice clips, so it should clip right on. Let me go ahead and attach it to the belt. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm wearing it right now. So, one of the first things I noticed was that on the American M12 holster, you've got a very simple system here. Simply push these in and pop them out. And you can remove the holster. It's very easy to line it up to exactly where you want it. And to go ahead and get it in there. And you're good to go. On the Italian holster, there are Alice clips. So it took a little bit to fit it, and it does have a little slop in it. I might want to put something on the cartridge belt here to maybe keep it from moving, or go ahead and attach the leg strap to it. The next thing is, when I decided to put my M9 in there, I couldn't get it in all the way because they've got something in there to help it keep its shape. So I'm going to keep a hold of this for storage purposes. Otherwise though, the M9 fits just fine. The flap is as easy to move as on the US holster. And I figured out the belt buckle. You actually take, if you're right-handed, well, you're going to have to be wearing this holster, right? You take your right thumb and index finger and you depress the two tabs while you take your left index finger and push the button, and it simply comes off. And it's actually easier to take off, or easy to latch and unlatch this wearing it than it is here on the table. But you can see the Beretta fits inside there just fine. It's just part of the grip sticks out, and it's well protected in there. But this feels just as comfortable as a GI cartridge belt. So my next task will be to see if I can find an Italian surplus magazine pouch. If not, I can get a new one from Bianchi and go ahead and apply that. Now the lighter color does contrast a little bit. That might be something that somebody says, nah, I'm just not, even if I wanted a flap holster, I don't want to go with that. But I think it kind of makes it a little bit more distinctive. So I kind of like this. So I'll be looking around for some Italian surplus here in the near future, and maybe I can complete this ensemble and then I'll have two different rigs that I can wear when I open carry. So I thought I'd just go ahead and share that with you, something that I bought months ago that's been sitting on my reload bench waiting for me to do some sort of obscure video, and just the differences between the American setup, the Italian setup, and if you were considering getting one of these for yourself, whether you want to use it for outdoor activities such as hunting or hiking, these are very durable. These will protect your firearm. And in order to protect yourself from an animal or something like that, having a flap holster, in my opinion, it doesn't slow you down that much versus the benefits. For an urban setting, maybe not so much, right? But that's part of the reason I open carry. They can see this. That already tells them they don't want any part of this. So I don't really need the advantage, in my opinion, for my situation, not necessarily for yours, of that concealability. In other circumstances, I could see where concealing this would be more useful. But if you're looking to get some sort of setup like this for outdoor use or for open carry at a rally, or just because it's your right and you want to exercise your rights, this isn't too bad, not for the cost. You might have to do some looking around on the internet, and you might have to go to multiple places, but I think you would be very happy if you did make this choice like I did. Hopefully that was useful to somebody. Thanks for watching.